All right, we are on the final module number 10. In this video, I'm going to talk all about the machine. I'm going to give you a full comprehensive demo of SendLane. So generally, I reserve this for my enterprise clients, but as a Learn Advanced email student who's gone through this module, I felt like it would be best if I was able to give you a full insight of all the products and features that SendLane's offering. That way you can see if it's the best fit for your business and being able to continue on the platform you want to. Now, everything I talked about throughout this whole module, I have talked about in pertaining to SendLane, meaning I've told you about features that SendLane offers that not only we offer, but other people do. Of course, it's in your best interest to figure out what's best for you. Here, we do recommend SendLane. Learn does recommend SendLane, but again, that's up to you at the end of the day. And I felt like this video, you're going to get the best demo that you'll ever get of SendLane and a really good working understanding of how everything works. Now, this is that's what this entire video is. So let's get started right now. All right, so we're inside the SendLane dashboard, and the first thing you'll notice is how clean and easy everything really is. Now, up top here, you're going to be able to go through a couple different things that you may not know about, from account center to billing to rewards and so forth. Now, that's pretty standard and self-explanatory. Same thing you'll get with this help center right here on the right. If you're ever lost, just hit contact support right here, and you can start your chat with somebody on the team, and you'll even see a picture of the people on the team that are available right now. Our support is available 24 hours a day, Monday through Sunday, 365 days a year, all 100% San Diego based US speaking people. There's no bots, there's no robots, there's no outsourcing. This is 100% covered by us. Okay, now that's where the help desk is. Let's go ahead and go through the product. So this is the main dashboard. Now, because we're on a demo account, you're not going to see all the things populate, but here you'll have all your different items start populating as time goes by and you start building everything out. Now, once you jump in, the first thing you're going to do is start and create a list, okay? So creating a list is very simple. All right, so we'll go ahead and first create a list, all right? So when you create a list, we'll go ahead and start putting things in. So list name will be list name for demo, and we'll call it Jimmy at SendLane like we did, and then we'll put Jimmy at jimmy.com. Now, this should be a real email address to your website, so let's go ahead and put a real email here for me. So, but you can't use a free email, remember that, via DMARC. So if you actually put something like gmail.com, just to show you, you're going to get a big notice and warning that says you can't use these emails as well. So free emails. So jimmy.com or jimmykim.com, whatever that works. And then from here, you're going to go ahead and set up your reply to if you want. Now, one of the features that we have is something called list hygiene. Now, what list hygiene does, and you can click on this little mark and it's going to tell you, it's going to automatically go through your email list and remove people who haven't engaged in a certain period of time. Remember in module 7 when I talked about list cleaning, this is exactly what I'm talking about. We automated the process so that we can say, hey, after 90 days if a person has not opened or clicked an email, let's go ahead and remove them off your list and put them on suppression. So that's exactly what this is doing. It explains it. You can turn it on or off. It's optional. For me, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on because it's important. Then I'll hit next. Here you want to tell how people they got on your list. You received it because you put your name in here, you purchased this, or you did that. Last but not least, your contact information. This is required by law. You want to put a company name in here. If you don't have a company name, you can put your name in here, or you can make up a company name right now. So if you're just Jimmy Kim and I want to call a company called Jimmy Kim LLC and I intend to put that, I'll put that now while I'm getting everything set up. Your address has to be a real address via the canned spam. So it has to be your address. It can't be a fake address like I'm writing right now, but you need to put one in here so that you are 100% compliant as well with the CAN Spam Act or your local acts as well too. Once you fill this out, the only one that's not requires the phone number, but you can put it in if you want to. That's optional. Never display. It's only for records to that list. Okay. Now, once you've created it, you'll see that list name for demo was created, and you can go ahead and click on it. And inside, you'll see a lot of different options inside of here, from open rates to click rates. Obviously, since we haven't done anything with it, you're not going to see any information. You'll be able to click on the subscriber tag. Here, you'll be able to import or add people in here by hand if you need to. You can export them. You can go back to that hygiene tool that I was talking about, how we set it for 90 days already. But you can set it, and you'll be able to get the list there. You can delete, and so forth. Segments, we can go ahead and start creating segments. So let's go ahead and jump into a list that was already created so that we can make sure that we are being able to segment and so forth. Okay, so here we'll go to segments and we'll go ahead and create a segment just so you can see how powerful this really is. So this is a test segment. Now, that segment allows you to pick from all or any. So am I matching all or any? Pretty self-explanatory. Then right here on the right-hand side, we've got all these different things from subscriber activities to sign-up location, device. Visiting device means what were they visiting when they visited your website last, tags, event tracking, and so forth. Then you can match them with is, contains, does not, starts with, ends with, and then you can put your variable in here. So if you say subscriber activity, open any campaign, and then you add another one, subscriber activity, a date added was or after before a certain day, and then we can add another thing here. They spent, so we say event tracking, triggered, purchase of event date or generated conversions that equal $100 and so forth. As you can see, you can start building this out. Now, this is going to build anything because I don't think any of that data is going to pull up anything, but it's going to show you that you built it. You'll be able to edit it. You'll be able to delete it. You'll be able to see who's on this list if it generated anybody, which it did not. Oh, it generated a couple people that, I put any, that's why. Well, by putting any in here, I generated a couple of these because of the dates, right? But if I would have gone in here and put all and save it here, it's going to say, hey, this person has to match everything, which probably is going to be impossible, which is none, right? So once you have him back, let's go ahead and put any again. Whoops, let's put any so that it does generate something. So you can see in this demo exactly how it works. It'll take a second to update. And once it updates, what's going to happen is it's going to start feeding you subscriber information. So let's go ahead and click on here, and it's going to load. It's going to take a few seconds to load, and here's the 4 people, and here you can export or delete those people. Now, this you'll remember later when we call it back up. The suppression line is very simple. These are people who you don't want to contact, or they've bounced, or they're fake emails. We put them in here so that you can see them and make sure you're happening. And the last little thing will bring up your initial list. All right. So once you've set up your list, it's your turn to start getting people onto your list. Now, there's 2 ways to do that. We offer a handy dandy landing page builder where you can integrate directly to it and collect emails right through our system. Now, that's one way to do it, and we'll talk about that in a little bit later, but you also use the integration tool for those who are more advanced. Now, there's different ways that you can bring people into it. Obviously, there's the web forms, which is the most typical, and we'll walk through that in a second. We've got Shopify that you can connect your store to. You can download our WooCommerce plugin and install it. You can take Zapier, which is an app that connects to 1,000 different things, and connect it and bring it right in, or you can even bring your ClickBank customers in. Now, in most cases, most people will use this web form subscription. So we'll go ahead and create a web form real quick, and we'll name it ABC12345. And when you go ahead and create this web form, you're going to go ahead and create all the custom fields and all the different areas that you want to collect information. So what you're doing here is you're collecting information, and then you're going to go ahead and set it up. Now, you'll be able to set up either a single opt-in or double opt-in. So double opt-in means that a person has to receive the email and click on it in order to be added to your list. Single opt-in means as soon as they're added, they will be automatically added. Then we've got form settings here. This is what list you want them to go to. And then you've got your thank you page. Now, this is where you're going to redirect a person anywhere you want. And you can put them to learn.com after they subscribe. If there's an error, you can also change it to an error. And you can also change the links that they go. But you can redirect any of these people to different websites based around how you want. Or you can have it just display a simple message that they're all done. All right. Last but not least, we've got a form. Now, there's 2 ways to look at it. One, if you open this up, it'll open up a little form. Or 2, you'll have your code right here. This is for your person or wherever you're going to be integrating this form to. This form code is how it collects leads. So you can do it this way. Alternatively, if you're using an app that has Zapier, you can connect Zapier, or if you're using an API, meaning you have an advanced programmer or you have someone requiring an API, we have our API information by going to your name and going to account settings and seeing it right here as well. Please note that double opt-in is turned on automatically for API, but we can turn it off just by requesting and letting us know what's going on. All right, so that's that. That's allowing you to create and set up your API and subscribers. Now, once you've got your subscribers set up, most important thing you can do is set up your automation, right? So in order to set up your automation, we're going to go to your automation tab. Here, you're going to hit add automation. From here, you've got options. First of all, you can use one of our templates. We'll be adding more and more. We just added this into our system, so you're seeing a fresh look of this, or you can start from scratch. So let's go ahead and start from scratch. Now, you can start an autoresponder, which is the old school traditional email, or the workflow, which is all we talked about in the automation. So we'll go ahead and go with workflow. Now that we're inside the automation, what you're going to see is you're going to be able to create how a person is triggering that workflow. That can be done in submit a form, event trigger, tag added, tag removed, called from another workflow, or even multiple conditions. This allows your workflow to be really deep and segmented. So now will you submit a form and say, hey, it's when someone submits this form, which is into that list, right? So let's go ahead and hit next. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's go ahead and create it. Now, once they're in here, what's really cool is you can start adding all sorts of different things. What do you want to do with them? You want to send them an email? Perfect. Then you can go ahead and create an email right inside of here and follow the system. From there, you can say, great, we sent them an email. Let's go ahead and wait 1 hour, and then let's go ahead and do an if else. So let's say that a person opened an email or something like that, right? So that's always a good thing to think about. So let's talk about subscriber activity opened this recent campaign. So let's just say any campaign, right? So yes, did they open or not? If they did, let's go ahead and apply a tag here. So we'll hit add tag, and we'll go here and say, let's start, let's notify someone here. So let's notify the team. So we can notify an email to a person saying that something did happen. So from Jimmy at jimmykim.com, send to support team, support@learn.com, help, this person is not opening, trigger, alert, contact, etc. Right? So whatever you decide to do, you can hit that notify here. Here, since we have no tags, we'll go ahead and add a new tag and call it ABC and hit add. So what you're doing here is you're going to go ahead and add a tag in here for the person because they did, and we're going to go ahead and send them another email here on this side. But on the other side here, because we notified someone, we're going to go ahead and they're going to add a let's see here. We'll go ahead and unsubscribe them from the list because they're obviously not listening to you. So let's go ahead and unsubscribe them from this list and move on. Here, alternatively, you can keep building upon it and say, okay, let's go ahead and wait for another like 24 hours, and then let's go ahead and what's that called? And check if they open that last email. So we'll check if they open that last email to see if like they open the email to start opening up that email. So you can do all sorts of things just like this as I'm doing. Did they click the last message? So we'll just click on that one. Did they click on it? If they did, then we'll go ahead and then add another tag to them that says, hey, they're a clicker. And they did not click on it, but they opened the email. That means let's go ahead and start a workflow, and we're going to send them to a completely different workflow, and that's it. So what you're doing here is you're building that behavior. Now, this seems really complicated because I'm talking to you really fast probably and going through it, but I rest assured that it's super easy. It's very visual. A lot of our best users will actually map it out on a whiteboard or a piece of paper first and then build it out inside of SendLane, which is really easy to do as well too. Or you can use our fancy builder, and once you're done, you can go ahead and save it and back up. By saving, you just back into automation, and it'll be starting there, and you can start seeing everything. Once it's deployed, what you'll start to see is, go back to the wrong one here. All right, once it's deployed, you'll start seeing reports start showing up and allowing you to get a better sense of what's going on. And towards the end of this, I'll show you what an active account looks like on purpose too. I just don't want to mess with an active account. Now, once that's all done, you've got a couple other things you can set up. You can set up your email templates here. I'm under my templates, and you can also send manual campaign blasts. Here, you'll be able to create manual campaign blasts and be able to send people emails. So let's go ahead and go through an email builder real quick, how easy it is, and let me explain how everything works, okay? So ABC12345, just in the name, and that'll be the subject name as well here. So this is your internal name here, and this is your email subject, okay? Let's go ahead and personalize it with their first name and maybe their email. So you can pull that over from personalization. On the right side is all about tracking. You want to have it at least on the minimum settings, which is tracking and track links. You can turn that off if you like to. If you want to add a UTM code to the email so that your site automatically pulls the tracking information, you can use it right here. If you don't know what a UTM code is, then you probably shouldn't mess with it. And then attachment, if you want to attach a file, we allow you to attach up to 250 kilobytes per email and send it out. So let's go ahead and next, and here you'll have an option to pick the list. Remember those segment we created? You can send that segment right here, or you can even exclude from that segment. So let's say you want to send it to this list but exclude the people that did that segment. This will allow you to do it this way, or you can go over here to tags and pull people by tags as well as that's optional. So you've got both ways to do this. Once you click next, you'll be taken to this page. You'll have your My Templates pre-designed and start from scratch. My Templates are the ones you've saved yourself. You've got pre-designed available, which are great pre-designed templates that you can use that have been proven to work, that you can use from holidays to different events and so forth. Or you can go ahead and go back and start from scratch. All right. When you go from scratch, you'll be taken to our easy to use builder. From here, you can do all sorts of different things. It's all by drag and drop. Okay. So when you drag a box over, and then you can fill it in with something else. So you fill in with text or whatever. Let's just drag a box over, and then let's put an image in here. Now this image can be anything, a GIF or anything. You just drag it right here or click on it, and it's going to take you just directly to it. And I know I have a GIF here sitting around, so we'll pull one up here, and it should be an image of countdown timer. So here we go. We put a countdown timer in here. You can adjust the size here on the left hand side as big or small as you want. You can change the link. You can add a tag if they click. You can put the alt image. You can even set the alignment accordingly and so forth. Now let's go ahead and go back here. You can go ahead and add a signature pile here. You can select an image. You can change it. You can go in here and change any text. So this is the beauty of this builder. You can literally bold it. You can change anything you want. If you can dream it, you can build it. That's what we say about our builder, which is really, really important, that I think that you can customize that experience fully. So you'll be able to build that email however you want to do it. Build it in, drag it, add a button, change your button size, of course, and do whatever you want to do to make it cooler, better, anything that makes you fit to what your design or layout is. So we've got all the different elements from social to what else do we have here? You can put titles, you can put buttons, you can put a divider into place. So it's completely up to you. So that's our builder. Once you're done, you can go ahead and come up here to the top. Drag this down just a little bit. You can come up here to the top and you can go ahead and send a test email like this one, or you can go ahead and preview it just like this, where you preview the email on both devices, or you can go ahead and change templates, save, and so forth. And then once you're done, you save and continue. And then you're done. All these boxes should be green. You can even send a notification if you want to anybody. You don't have to, but you can. So that's up to you. And then you hit schedule. And once you hit schedule, you're going to go ahead and send it now, throttle it, which means let a slow trip on a given time, or you can save it as draft. And for me, I'm going to save it as draft. Oh, and you'll notice this little optimized timing feature here on the right hand side. What that is allowing you to control the timing so that you're sending emails based on the best time of your subscribers. So let's go ahead and hit save draft here, and it's going to save here inside of here. And that's SendLane in the general sense. Now let's get into the more advanced stuff. Let's talk about the more juicy stuff, all right? So first things, inside the subscriber, you'll be able to add your tags right here. I know you're probably wondering, where do you manage your tags? I went to subscribers and I clicked on tags. Here you'll be able to look at your users and start looking at each and every users that you're going through here. And when you go in here, you'll start to see all the activity and the information about the user. Now, this is not where it gets cool. Where it gets really cool is when you go to integrations and you start looking at things that you can do here. So for example, event tracking. You want to know how much your email is making? You'll go ahead and create a custom track and say how much, and we'll call it a conversion, and we'll say it's worth $27 per conversion. $27. This is for a purchase of XYZ. Okay. Once you save that purchase, what's going to be cool is you'll be able to go ahead and get the code here. How much right here. We're going to get the code. And this little line of code, don't be scared by it. Works just like a Facebook pixel. It's going to allow you to post it right into your web page that you're showing for your conversion, so that you can track your email back to your conversion. Now that's one of the cool things you can do with things. You can also track if people have visited a certain page, if they put their email in, whatever it may be that you're trying to track. So that's event tracking. Now email retargeting, which you're probably wondering about, is pretty simple also. You're going to go back to that automation module. You're going to go ahead and create an automation. So let's go ahead and retarget visitors and hit next. And the trigger, so let's say you want it to go when it goes learn.com. And your goal is that a person ends up at learn.com/buy. So once that happens, you'll go ahead and grab the code here and you'll start putting these on your different sites. So this one will go on your trigger. This is where they trigger it, and this is where you want to make sure that they know that, hey, a goal happened, meaning a conversion happened, okay? All right, so once that happens, you hit next. You're going to grab both codes, and you'll make sure, again, one more time, hey, don't forget to put this on your trigger page. Don't forget to put this on your goal page, because if not, this isn't going to work correctly. All right, so once you've done, we've given you a sample retargeting site. So this says, hey, has a person came to your site, visited your site here? Did they purchase here? If not, go ahead. If it does, do it. So this works for 7 days after. It's going to send email number 1, wait 1 day, email number 2, wait number 3, and has the goal. And during this whole entire time, because it's a set condition, it's going to continue checking those goals automatically for you, making sure that the purchase was done. And if it was not done, then you can go ahead and do that. And anytime the person makes that purchase, it's going to automatically shoot them over to here and say that it's been approved. That's email retargeting. It's actually not as sexy as it sounds like, but it is exactly what it does, and just like how it works with retargeting, okay? Last but not least, we've got reports. Obviously, as we have reports, we're going to have more information. All right, so I'm actually in an active account, so you can see how something works when you're actually sending an email. So let's go ahead and view a report here, and you'll see that you'll be able to really see a deep understanding of what's going on, how many people opened, total opens, who opened it, what links were clicked, what bounces, unsubscribed, conversions. Look at this. An email sent six triggers, $4 in conversions, how many people purchased or attempted to purchase, and so forth. And same thing happens with your automation. So let's go back in here and let's see cart abandons, for example. And you'll be able to go in here and start looking at how this is all working. So you'll be able to go in here and look at the stats of each and every email, how many people are opening. Notice how there's an 82% open rate with people who have abandoned cart. It's a really powerful number there. And you'll see down here how many people are triggering, checking it out, and so forth. And that's how it all works. All right, so that's SendLane in a general gist. Let's go ahead and talk about landing pages here. So landing pages are pretty cool and simple. You can make all sorts of different pages. Let me show you a couple different pages. So this video was one when we were doing a Zapier beta test. We were able to invite people to come through there. You could also go into something like this where it's a blog sign up. So we'll go ahead and take a look at what that is. And you can send up to our thing. So when we were setting up our site and setting up our page still for our blog, we just use something like this so that we can show off and say, hey, sign up. And it's a working sign up. And when you opt in, it would put your information into a system. Here you'll have all your stats with it, what your opt-in rate is. So you'll see you have a 46% opt-in rate here with 600 people, and so forth. And then you can build a single page. So when you build that page, what's cool is you can use our opt-in page builder to build anything you want, or you can edit any of these pages you want as you wish accordingly. And it works just like our email builder. It's just a little bit different, but it works the same, where you can just pull and drag and drop just like this and start filling out the information as you want, adjusting the styles, the colors, and so forth. Now, what's cool about this, once you're done, you can go to settings and you'll be able to set up all your things. Where do you want the site to go? What tracking codes, if you want exit pop-up, and of course your SEO settings. So with that being said, this is SendLane. I hope you enjoyed the demo. This was really easy and comprehensive for me to kind of explain and show you what's going on here. We can look here and we'll filter this so we can actually make it look really full. And you'll see how cool it is as you're seeing new people come in through our system, and you can start seeing all that information. So, all right, there you have it. SendLane is an all-inclusive platform. Now, you'll get all the features you see listed on this video and this page when you sign up for SendLane, regardless of what level plan you get. We are an all-in-one company, so that means there isn't any upgrades or upsells except for on the size of your contacts. So if you've only got 1,000 contacts, it's going to cost you $25, $2,500 for $49, and so forth. It's pretty straightforward, easy going. You can start off with a free trial for 14 days and give it a try before you pay a penny to us, and so forth. So SendLane.com, below this video or somewhere around it, you'll see a button where you can go ahead and click and purchase or join SendLane as well. It's a $25 a month minimum to whatever we can scale your business to. So there you have it. I hope you appreciated this presentation. I hope you got a better understanding of SendLane, and I hope you can use all the amazing tools that we offer. I'll talk to you soon.